King Damone, King shit. I'm gonna tell y'all my side of the story as far as what I know, as far as the latest arrest of Orlando. That restaurant, if you go back on my timeline, we was both at the restaurant. Yes, that restaurant belongs to Danny Boy. If y'all know who Danny Boy is, the one who sung on Tupac's record, I Ain't Mad At You, and Toss It Up, and some more records. But that's his restaurant, and they were remodeling the restaurant. And people was staying there helping remodel and helping get everything together or whatever. But Orlando was staying there as well. He had some items inside of the restaurant, and he wanted to get some items out of the restaurant. And I guess him and Danny had maybe got into it, exchanged some words. It's a whole bunch of stuff. Like I said, there's 3 sides to every story. There's Danny's side, there's Orlando's side, and then there's the truth. I only heard Danny's side so far because Orlando was arrested. When he was arrested, I wasn't there. I was like 15-20 minutes away from what happened. Danny Boy explained to me that Orlando was up on the roof ranting and raving, saying some shit on top of the roof, and to the point to where the police came. Danny Boy told me a lot of people was outside trying to get Orlando to come down off the roof. He wasn't listening or whatever. I don't know if that was before he went into the restaurant or after he went into the restaurant. So the story is confusing. I called the police station to see what charges they had Orlando on. And when Danny explained to me the story, he told me they was trying to take Orlando for trespassing because he was already on the premises. He had property on the premises of the restaurant. And so Danny felt some type of way, like, damn, you gonna just take him, you gonna let him go for trespassing? He broke in my restaurant. And then I guess that's when Danny showed the video that everybody on TMZ is seeing, as far as Orlando covering up the camera with that rag or whatever. And I believe that's what got Orlando arrested on the burglary charges. But when I called the police station and tried to see what charges he was arrested on, the police told me some totally different shit. They told me burglary was one of the charges. They told me domestic battery was another charge. And I don't understand. I've never even heard of domestic battery. I heard of domestic violence, and I've heard of assault and battery. But domestic battery, I don't understand. I'm kind of confused there as far as domestic battery goes. So if any of y'all know what domestic battery is, please let me know. Like I said, it's some weird stuff going on. I feel like a lot of the truth was being left out. He was saying Orlando had a knife, a long ass butcher knife, like he was gonna try to stab Danny or some shit. Like Orlando broke in looking for Danny. I know, and people don't know, but Orlando will go on his little rants and raves and shit, you know what I'm saying? Me and Orlando got into it. Those of you who don't know the history between me and Orlando, where he's accused me of stealing money and he's accused me of all kind of shit as well as Danny Boy. So when Danny Boy was telling me that, I felt him, you know what I'm saying? I'm a real dude. I don't play nobody's side. I play what I feel is the truth. And if Orlando accused me of doing that, then I'm quite sure he accused Danny Boy too. So I felt that, you know what I'm saying? And I was only trying to help Orlando, and Danny Boy said he was only trying to help Orlando as well by letting him even be at the restaurant. So I felt that as well. But like I'm saying, Orlando's still my boy. We barely hooked back up after our falling out. We barely hooked back up for like, shit, a week. You know what I'm saying? We've already went back viral a week. Hella videos, views on videos, off into the millions already within this week. And we got a show deal on the table. And I was just going back to the restaurant to deliver the good news to Orlando about the show deal. And that's when Danny Boy told me, I locked that nigga up. Orlando's in jail. I called the police on that nigga. And I'm like, what? You called the police on this nigga? Me and my homie just pulled up to give Orlando the good news about as far as the show deal, and he's in jail. And I feel like that was one of the situations as far as us discussing the show. Can Orlando stay out of trouble? And I vowed to make it like my job to keep him out of trouble. And as soon as I dropped him back off at the restaurant, he got in fucking trouble, man. And that makes me look bad to the investors. So they're like, how the fuck we gonna do a show? You know what I'm saying? So that kind of make people not want to invest in the show. So that shit is crazy. And I had just dropped Orlando off, and he did not want to go back, y'all. Orlando did not want to go back. He wanted to come back right here, where I'm at right now. He was like, let me go over there with you, Mo. And I told him I had some shit I got to do right quick. I'll be back to pick you up. And on my way back to pick him up, shit, the police picked him up before I did, behind that bullshit. But like how I said, there's some weird, funny shit going on. If anybody knows what domestic battery is, please let me know. Shit gets deeper and deeper and deeper. Y'all stay tuned.